episode 136 of the Partial Breakaway Fantasy Hockey Podcast. This is the Fantasy deep dive into anything and everything fantasy hockey specific. This week on tap is the mid-season award show. So we're going to go through our self-named and created, if you will, Partial Breakaway mid-season fantasy awards. Vince, I'm going to hand it over to you. But before I do that, I want to remind everyone that you can follow us along on X, Instagram, TikTok at Partial Break Pod. Like and subscribe on YouTube. We've had clips galore for a while now. There's a lot of traction, a lot of comments, a lot of likes. Let's keep the discussion going. It's been a lot of fun. I look forward to chatting with you guys again this week.
And
Vince,
we're so close to 200 subscribers. So just subscribe. Just to hit 200. That's all we ask for.
let's do it. I'm down. I'm
All
stoked.
Um,
right. Go,
Junior,
Nick.
just for listeners at home, you might want to just bring the mic a little bit closer to your mouth. I did try raising your volume a bit, but in case and don't scratch your beard with it. But yeah, you were a little bit low there. All right,
Nick,
who's
you
hosting
have.
today?
I am hosting, but Nick, you have an echo. Actually, we
I
all have an echo right now.
Hello?
No, you don't have an echo? We're good?
Do you guys
Nick,
hear
you're
me?
good? Yeah, we hear you.
I don't hear anybody.
Oh, Nick looks
oh,
like
that's
he's
why.
frozen.
No,
What's
I'm
wrong,
still
Nick?
here.
Yeah?
I'm not frozen.
Can
My
we get
face,
this?
my
Can we
face
get
looks
this
frozen
episode?
sometimes.
Can we get this episode going?
Oh, we just
All
lost
right.
Junior. So Vince, why don't you go?
Did we lose Junior? Or did he
Yeah.
just touch his phone and we lost him? All right, here we go. So basically, these are awards that Nick and Junior really hold close to their hearts because they worked really hard to come up with the names of these awards. Obviously, these awards are all fantasy relevant, so we're not looking at season awards and best defensive defenseman. We're really looking at these awards in a fantasy context. Basically, we have 11 awards that we will discuss and then see if there's anybody who can take over uh, the winners right now by end season, or if these guys are just going to run away with their trophies and no one will catch up to them. So we'll start with the easy ones, I would say, Nick. No.
I think so.
All right, so let's start with these. So the best fantasy defenseman. So we call it the Paul Coffey Award. This one right now, which is closer than we think, but right now we have Cale Makar at 44 games played, 13 goals, 38 assists, 51 points. He is the front runner for the award this time. Nick, is there anyone that can dethrone Cale Makar from this award at end season? No,
I'll
Junior's
be.
back.
Do you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
It's
Yeah, we
because
hear you.
my earbuds reconnected, so it took me off my headphones.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay.
So,
Well,
Nick, before you, so we're at the first award, Junior, the Paul Coffey, and we're looking at Cale Makar. And I just asked Nick, and you can go right after Nick, if Cale Makar will just run away with this award by end season, or if there's someone that can actually give him some competition. So, Nick, you were saying?
yeah, I mean, we named it the Paul Coffey Award because Paul Coffey was just an amazing fantasy hockey defenseman back in the day. But maybe we should rename it to the Cale Makar Award because this guy just wins it every year now. It seems since we've started this uh, awards ceremony. Cale Makar, last year's winner, Cale Makar. This year's winner, Cale Makar. I don't think anybody's going to dethrone him. Werenski's close with 47 points in 41
Mm-hmm.
games. Um, but other than that, 51 points in 44 games. This guy's a cheat code. He's a plus 30. So if your league counts plus minuses, that's about 27 pluses more than Werenski. So he wins this award hands down.
Junior?
I don't know, guys. There's a Lane Hudson that's third in scoring. Maybe one day we're naming this Lane Hudson Award instead of Paul Coffey or Cale Makar. No, I'm kidding. But I am glad that Lane Hudson did enter the conversation. I went on a bit of a rant last episode, but no, Cale Makar, guys, this is the easiest, the obvious one. It's gonna be It's mid-season. It's going to be end season. It's going to be next year. It's going to be the year after that. It's just going to keep going until he gets hurt or
I
retires.
I mean, if we look at in one of the leagues that we're at, Kel McCarr fantasy points 139, and the person next to him is Wierenski at 119. So I mean, that's a huge gap in fantasy. So it'll be interesting, but I think I agree with you guys that Kel McCarr, as long as he doesn't get injured or miss any sufficient games, he should be the guy running away with this trophy. Our next trophy is for Best Fantasy Forward. So we call it the Wayne Gretzky Award. I mean, well, you'll hear this guy's name a few times in these awards, but right now it is Nathan McKinnon. He's got 44 games played, 36 goals, 42 assists, 78 points. Junior, can someone catch up to McKinnon, like maybe a McDavid, or is he just going to stay hot for the rest of the year?
I don't know. Like McDavid's close. Technically, McDavid has the same amount of points as him at 78 and 45 games, but it's all the other things that McKinnon does more than McDavid that puts him over the edge, which is a few more goals, a few more shots, more game-winning goals. Like all the extra little things is what's making the difference between McKinnon and McDavid right now, from a fantasy perspective.
Plus minus, McKinnon is plus 48, and McDavid is plus 2.
Listen, if your leagues count plus minus, just exit the league. It's a stupid
Hey,
stat. Plus
Lama
minus.
still counts it, although it's a
I
modified
know.
plus minus,
Yeah,
but it still counts it.
it's ridiculous.
Any Colorado player is like plus 35.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Even their fourth-liners are plus 35. So as long as they're on the ice when either McCarr or McKinnon are on the ice, they're in the pluses. Okay, so Nick, does McDavid have a chance to catch up to McKinnon at some point?
I mean, they're tied in points, total points. So, yes, absolutely, they have a chance. Um, 36 goals for McKinnon, 30 for McDavid. This could flip by year's end, right? Another 30 for McDavid, another
Yeah.
maybe 25 for McKinnon. Who knows, right? So it could be the other way around by the year end. So this one's wide open.
It'll be an
The
interesting
Wayne
race to
Gretzky
see.
Award.
Yeah, it'll be an
In
interesting
our
race to see.
in our LPHL, the difference is exactly 10 points
Yeah.
Yeah.
between McKinnon and McDavid. So
All right. So to the next award, to one of my favorite players, the best goal scorer, the Jeremy Jagr Award. As of right now, as you heard his stats before, Nathan McKinnon is winning it at 36 goals in 44 games played. Nick, we're gonna go with you. Do you have the stats of goals by any chance?
Yes.
Let me see if I can- So go ahead.
Well,
Tell
McKinnon
me
is
if there's
first with 36.
obviously
David is
an,
second with 30.
mhm.
And then it's Boldy at 27.
Wow. Okay, that's a
Ro-
surprising name.
Yeah, and then Jason Robertson at 26 and Morgan Geeky at 25. So a couple of surprising names up there. I won't go through the entire list. I mean, Tyler Bertuzzi is pretty interesting at 23. But I think what's important here is that if you have Nathan McKinnon in your fantasy team right now, and you're wasting his year because you're not in first place, like myself in Lama, my eyebrows went up there. I don't know if you guys remember the eyebrow comments, but you know, you might as well just tank with McKinnon in your lineup because that's pretty much what I'm doing. So yeah, there's nothing to add here. I mean, we spoke about McKinnon and McDavid right before, and it just happens that it's the same player uh, winning the Yarmer Jagr Award.
Junior, do you think a Boldy, a Robinson, or Geeky, maybe even a Kaprasov have a chance of catching up to McKinnon, or is this McKinnon McDavid race
I don't even think it's a I don't even think it's a race. I think McKinnon
all the way?
all the way. Yeah.
Nice. All right. All right. So the next award is the Mr. Clutch Award. So most game-winning goals, and let me tell you, when we did this award, we were as shocked as you will when I name you these players, my friend. So we call it the Brett Hall Award, and the person who's winning it right now is
Well, explain what the award is. It's game-winning goals.
yeah. So most game-winning goals. That's
Okay.
Mr. Clutch. So the guy who's winning this award right now is Steven Stamkos, who has 7 game-winning goals in. I think he only has 12 goals all year, and to make it
19.
even
When he
19,
scores,
he scores important goals. But the second place guy is his teammate Ryan O'Reilly. So, I mean, can we agree that this is one award that will change hands by end season,
Okay,
Nick?
um, second place is actually tied with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
wow,
9, 10, 11 players at 5 game-winning goals. That includes Cole Caulfield, Dylan Gunther, Braden Hagel, Adrian Kempe, Dylan Larkin, Nathan McKinnon, Brock Nelson, Ryan O'Reilly, Lucas Raymond, Sam Reinhart, and Sam freaking Steele from the fourth line.
steal.
Just punching above his weight class right there. Um, so yeah, can this change hands? I think it will. I think this is too close to call right now. Um, odds-on favorite is probably McKinnon to win this one too, because then we might as well just like scrap our entire award show and just call everything the McKinnon Award. Calling it from now. But if you guys want to put money on it, I don't know if you can.
Junior?
Yeah, I agree with Nick. I mean, it's definitely going to change hands, I think. I mean, they probably only have 12 wins, the Nashville Predators, and those are your 12 game winning goals. I don't know. But yeah, I foresee McKinnon maybe overtaking them.
I don't know. I think McKinnon might not overtake them just because they score 7 goals a game. So it's the person who gets that third goal or second goal that usually gets the game winner. So I think that's the bump in the road for McKinnon. I'm not sure about McKinnon, but I definitely think someone will surpass Stamkos and it will be someone higher tier that will be winning this award by year end. All right, so our next one is the biggest goal getter. So the guy who shoots the puck the most. We call it the Paul Kariya uh, award. And once again, we spoke about him, and that's why he's number one. Wayne Gretzky Award is McKinnon with 205 shots. Now, I know Cutter Gauthier at the beginning of the season was on a wrecking crew with shots on goal, but Junior, can you tell me what's going on with the shots on goal in the NHL, and is anybody gonna even be able to keep up with McKinnon's pace?
It's not even close right now. He already has a 34 shot lead on Connor McDavid, who's second with 171. After that, it gets pretty close. Robertson and Cutter Gauthier, like you said, at 167, Kaprasov 165, and then it gets into the 150s after that. But again, this is another runaway. Like Nick said, it's going to be called the Nathan McKinnon Award Show by the end of the by the end of the year.
Nick?
Yeah, I think it's actually more interesting to talk about the guys just under McKinnon, right? Like Cutter Gauthier, 167. We've mentioned it quite a few times. This guy's a very young player, 21 years old, and he's already that high in the shots on goal department.
Yeah.
Um,
And it shows he shows he's very young because him and Leo Carlson seem like they've hit a bit of a wall these past few weeks. So their age is starting to show a little.
yeah,
And you guys, you know what? I want to add, doing these award shows every year and the mid-season and so on, it really allows me to like I'm now next year without hesitation if I have the first overall pick and the league includes shots on goal and game-winning goals and stuff like that, I'm taking McKinnon. Whereas had I not paid attention to all this stuff and had we not done award shows like this that states who's the top and who's the best, maybe I wouldn't have known that Nathan McKinnon is probably the better all-around fantasy player in certain leagues.
Agreed, Junior. So
and I think, sorry,
go Nick.
I think that this award show is also important for fantasy players because it kind of gives you, um, like we talk about not only Nathan McKinnon, which we're talking about a lot, obviously, but we're talking about guys that are close to him in some other stats. So it gives you a perspective of how close other players can be to some of these superstars up there, right? So hopefully this you're getting some sort of benefit by listening to this episode.
All right. So next award is the MVP, most impressive based on their ADP, which we call the Martin St. Louis Award. So ADP is basically at the beginning of the year, every player was ranked at ADP, meaning where they were going in most fantasy leagues and like were they going the first round, second round, were they going 150th, were they going 300th, were they going fifth? So
Average
the
draft position.
an average draft position, exactly. So the winner for this award right now is Macklin Celebrini. His ADP was 52. He's got 24 goals, 46 assists, 70 points. He is ranked fourth in the league right now in points.
Quick
Um,
math. What's the difference between fourth and 52?
Fourth and 52. Jeez. You mean
48.
positions, or do you want me to
48,
put? I
48.
thought you wanted me to see the points and go to stats and like you really just make me do work I don't want to do. So
No, it's just simple math, but
simple math. So Junior, what do you think? I mean, Magnus Albini seems like he's steady. He's keeping up the pace. Do you foresee anybody else that was ranked under him taking so much of a leap?
No, I think he's the odds-on favorite. He's way too productive to for it to be anybody else. I mean, you can go and see like how far an Alex DeBrincat was taken, and he's currently sitting at 13th AD. Like he's currently the 13th best forward or skater on Fantrax, and he was drafted. His ADP was 108. So like that's a pretty big that's pretty impressive. But again, to the extent that Macklin Celebrini is performing, 24 goals, 46 assists in 45 games. He's got 27 points in his last 14 games. Those are McDavid like hot streaks. Like it's I don't even think we can explain how impressive of a season Macklin Celebrini is having at 19 years old on a team that really doesn't have much. I mean, not that they don't have much, but they're all very young and raw still. So, absolutely, absolutely impressive. It's got to be Macklin Celebrini, and I don't think there's a close second.
Nick,
no, I agree. I think that Macklin Celebrini was the surprise of the season, maybe. Well, Morgan Geeky was probably the surprise of the season, but I'm curious to see. Do we know what Morgan Geeky's ADP was?
Yeah, give me a second. Oh, he was right there. Morgan Geeky. You are on page 3. Oh, there you are. Geeky. Okay, he's currently 35th. His ADP was 227th,
ooh,
which
he
is
could be a good.
another. That's a good candidate too.
Yeah,
And I have another honorable mention, maybe, but Darren Radish.
yeah.
Ooh.
I don't think this guy was drafted. I mean, I had him in Llama, but I don't think this guy was drafted by anybody in any league. And he ended up. Actually, this could be the winner for the next award too.
Yeah, I was about to type it in the notes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so the question is, I mean, the biggest question is, who, who can keep up their this streak and who cannot. So we would have to see where I believe Macklin Selby can keep up this pace. Can Radish and Geeky do it? Geeky's injured right now. Radish seems like he's not slowing down. So it'll be an interesting race to see. But for the next award, like you guys were talking about, the best waiver wire ad. So players who went undrafted. Now this award is basically for redraft leagues, not dynasty leagues. Because in dynasty leagues, we all have the young players that we keep in our rosters and our minors and stuff like that. So we call this the Alex Boros Award. I believe Radish could be mentioned in here or even be the front runner for this award. But we have Leo Carlson, whose ADP was 238. He is currently at 39. So Nick, do you believe that? I mean, we mentioned him. Do you believe Radish will take over this spot if he continues uh, putting up the points he is?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, if we listen back to this episode to do our finals, maybe Darren Radish should be the one mentioned here, but he has to continue his pace, right? Leo Carlson just had a phenomenal start to the season, and he was drafted after the 200th on average,
Yeah.
meaning that in most redraft 10-team redraft leagues, he never got drafted at all, right?
Yeah.
So between Leo Carlson and Darren Radish, I think we have two good candidates here. Uh, just a lot of people didn't know about Darren Radish, which is why I think that maybe he's the front runner for the award at the end of the season.
Yes,
Junior.
Darren Radish, ADP 273.
Okay, so
He,
just a bit after Leo Carlson.
but he's ranked as a 78 skater, not just defenseman, skater.
Skater, yeah.
So it's very impressive nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. So our next award is the best bang for their buck, not a ELC, so they cannot be on an ELC contract. This is called the Alex Tanguay Award, who played 1,000 games played, 863 points, 17 years, and earned under $40 million. His agent should be fired. And the winner for this award right now is Martin Necas. I mean, it's not 20 goals, 35 assists on a team that scores 5 or more goals a game. Might not look impressive, so it's 55 points, but he is still at a salary cap hit of 6.5 million. Next year he will not be on that cap hit. But for now, do we see anybody with a small salary that can maybe match him? Like I was thinking maybe of a Trevor Zegras Jr.
Trevor Zegras would be an excellent choice. His ADP was also in the high 200s, and now he's ranked at 65. But there was another player. I mean, there's obviously Connor Geeky too at 5.5. That makes a lot of sense. But a player that I did not keep in one of our dynasty leagues in LPHL at $5.25 million. I thought Brad Marchand at 37 years old was not going to be effective, and he's 46 points in 41 games, so he's over a point per game player.
Now
So
I
that's
have
that's an
another
honorable mention.
I have another honorable mention, and that's Scott Wedgwood.
Mm,
$1.5 million, and the guy pretty much has more fantasy points than well, quite a few other people that are getting paid much more than him. So I know it's a goalie, so not necessarily what we go for all the time, but I just think Wedgwood is a great get here.
So this could be an award that could have some movement by the end of the year. That's for sure.
yeah, I want to point out that going into the season, if you would have asked me, I would have probably labeled John Tavares and Kirill Marchenko as favorites to win this award.
Marchenko
And
won it last year.
oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Natchez was probably our midseason.
Yeah. Okay, so now to the goaltenders, like Nick was mentioning. Basically, we call it Best Goalie, Dominic Hasek Award. Usually, we would have seen Hellebuck's name over here, but as Nick mentioned in the last episode, he ain't doing too well. So, as of right now, Logan Thompson is the goalie leading in fantasy points. Um, on a team that's up and down, but still doing well, but still an up and down team that's out of the playoffs. Nick, do you see any goalies coming up and taking this away from Logan Thompson from in the next 40 games or 38 games left?
Well, Scott Wedgwood in LPHL is the leader in fantasy points. In Lama, it's Logan Thompson, just because they wins are more important in LPHL than in. So it depends on your league, right? But yeah, between Wedgwood and Thompson, we're looking at great performances here out of two goalies that you're not used to or you wouldn't expect to be winning a Vezina necessarily, right? And it
Mm-hmm.
just goes to show, right? Because I freaking sold Thompson last year to Vince
I don't know what you're
and
talking about.
and in LPHL, and I should have kept him instead of freaking Hellebuck because
Well,
Hellebuck is nowhere near this top 20, but but Thompson is. So yeah, just goes to show.
Isn't that a shit?
I just want to point out that despite the abysmal season that the Rangers were having,
Sure,
Shesterkin prior
he's still up there, man.
prior to getting injured had a
Yeah,
914 save percentage and a 245 goals against average.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
He
getting
was
his money's worth.
yeah, he was leading the league in fantasy points before he got hurt. So just because of his injury, Logan Thompson is there. But this is an award that could easily change by the end of the year. So it'll be an interesting thing to see. The next one, I mean, there's little in my mind. There's little debate with this one. I think in all our minds, best rookie, the Timo Solani Award. I mean, we have to admit this year there are a lot of rookies like that are showing up and putting up points that we did not think they were going to put up. But we give this one to Matthew Schaefer. 45 games played, 12 goals, 17 assists, 29 points. I mean, I'll make you guys do it, but there is some honorable mentions uh, in this rookie class of this year that can dethrone Matthew Schaefer. Junior, do you have any names for us? I mean, we're
I mean,
much Canadian fans, so
so
I mean,
technically speaking, Ivan Demidov has the most points of all rookies with 36 points in 45 games. Beckett Seneca is second with 44 points in 45 games, and then Matthew Schaefer is there with 39 and 45.
so we give it to Schaefer just because as a defenseman and that young of an age, it's incredible what he's doing. So that's what I'm saying. By year end, if he does hit that rookie wall, do you think which one would you give more of a chance to
I
overthrow?
I think it's pretty close. I think Ivan Demidov is not far away from potentially winning this one.
Mhm,
But the impressive thing with Schaefer too is that he's got 12 goals for a defenseman.
mm.
That is so valuable in
Yeah.
itself. So, and it's only like again, it's 7 points apart from Ivan Demidov. If I can see a 10 point, at least a 10 point gap between, I'd say, a forward and Matthew Schaefer, then I could consider maybe the forward to win the award. And don't count out Ryan Leonard, who by the way has been on fire as of late.
Nick?
Well, I think there's some disappointments here. I mean, I thought Jimmy Snugarud was going to give a run for Demidov money, and he unfortunately hasn't produced. Um, you know, Zeev Buium, I was expecting more of a Lane Hudson season out of him, but he hasn't done as well either, and been traded. Sandin Pelika, I was hoping for more. You know, anyways, long story short, there's a few surprises with Finney and Kindle and Minton that have done pretty well as well, and Oliver Kapanen should be mentioned because 26 points in 45 games played for
He's
the
leading
Montreal
them and
Canadiens.
he's leading rookies in goal scoring, no, Nick? Or is that
He
Yeah.
is first in goal scoring
yeah.
out of all rookies, so it's a nice honorable mention there.
All right, so
Another
before we
another
go
disappointment too was Zeev Buium. I thought maybe the
Yeah, I
trade
mentioned
had
him.
something to do. Oh, you did? Okay, I didn't hear you.
All right, so before we go to the
I
final
even mentioned the trade.
three awards, just a word from our sponsors, DraftKings. The jaw-dropping moments that make hockey hockey. Experience them all with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. Missouri listeners, listen up. DraftKings Sportsbooks is now live in the Show Me state. New customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN. That's code THPN to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, pass-through of a per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Voided in Ontario and Quebec. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gambling resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer. Copyright NHL 2025. All rights reserved. All right, boys. So let's get back to our final two awards here. So the final two awards were. Oh, was there just one award left or two awards?
I think there's only one left.
No, well, one
I
final
thought we
award.
were all done.
No, come on, Nick. So our most disappointing or underachieving award, which we call the Alexander Deck. I mean, we all know the Alexander Deck story. It is a sob story, but at the end of the day, I think he became a musician and made his career in music, if I'm not mistaken. But this is all about biggest fantasy bust award. And I mean, we spoke about him last episode. Don't fully believe it's all his fault, but this award needs to go to right now needs to go to Dougie Hamilton, making $9 billion, having 5 goals and 5 assists, only 10 points. I mean, is there anybody else that's very close to Dougie Hamilton to taking this awful award away from him, or is he just going to be the runaway winner by year end? Nick.
I think Dougie Hamilton needs a trade in order to come back into some sort of fantasy relevance. Right now, he has 5 goals, 5 assists, playing for a New Jersey team, healthy scratched, 40 games in, getting paid $9 million. Like, this is the worst possible season that could be happening for Dougie Hamilton. And unfortunately for him, it doesn't look like it's going to get better until he gets traded.
Junior?
Yeah, that's an obvious one. Like you said, change of scenery, the whole Quinn Hughes situation probably played a factor in what's happening in New Jersey. But I want to give an honorable mention to two players Nick owns. One in Matt Duchene. After the season he had last year with only 9 points in 20 games, that's not great, even though his salary is a little lower. And another guy that we all had high hopes for, we all thought because of the volume he would get, he would be much better. Sam Montembeault. Sam Montembeault was drafted a lot higher this year, and with the numbers he's putting up, sorry, I'm just gonna pull it up here. Yeah, 869 save percentage, 339 goals against average. That's pretty abysmal. And I was amongst those who thought he would have a great year. So, yeah, honorable mentions to those two.
Is there any awards we should be adding to this award show? I think every year we should be adding something, don't you think?
Why, you want to make
Like
the episode longer?
no,
We
but
finally
like
have
just
an
to say,
episode under 40
like
minutes.
like can't finish to save his life award. I mean, we call it the Patrick Stefan Award. Wouldn't that be like no?
You
You
can
guys are
you
not
can
on board?
add one if you want. By year end, I want you to come
Okay.
up with a plan and give us like 2 or 3
Ah, you
ideas
see,
that
that's
you
not cool.
have.
Why do I have to go through both of you two? Why can't I just add it on my own? Why do you both have to approve my award?
Well, because you know how much work it was to come up with these names between me and Junior and the arguments we had? Is it the Mario Lemieux Award or is it the Wayne Gretzky Award, right? Like, is it Alex Burrows or
All right, okay. So I promise you, I'll
What
take my
about
time.
the most detriment to his team, and then Luke Hughes wins with 2 own goals?
the most
Oh,
own goal award? I like that.
or the
It's gonna be hard to track that though.
I played too long in the NHL award. We call the Martin Brodeur Award.
The Martin
Well,
Brodeur Award,
yeah.
the
But so
Old Man
that's it.
Award.
Yeah, the Old Man Award. Okay, so I'll think about it, and by year end we'll add another award just to make me happy, because I wasn't part of this discussion of these names, so I feel like I need to put my input at least on one of them.
Excellent.
All right, boys. So besides that, is there anything else you guys want to add on this midweek episode? I mean, we're 35 minutes in, so this is what the fantasy lens is all about. So go ahead,
I have
you.
a question. I have a question for you guys. We're at the
Go.
midway point right now. In the East, the Red Wings are leading the Atlantic, with Tampa and Montreal second and third. In the Metropolitan, the Hurricanes, the Islanders, and the Flyers are 1, 2, 3. Who would have thought? And the Sabres, who've won like 9 out of the last 10, and the Capitals are in a wild card spot. How much of this changes by the time all is said and done?
Oof.
Not to make it that much longer, I'm only sticking to the East because the race is much tighter in the East than it is in the West.
If you want to know my gut feeling, my feel-good story, I hope Buffalo can keep up this trend. I really think that fan base needs a Buffalo team that, if not makes the playoff, but at least is in contention till the end of the year. And I feel they've got a chemistry right now going over there, and their goalies are making saves, which every team needs. I mean, I think there was a stat that I think all three of their goalies have a save percentage of over 900 or something like that. So I'm with Buffalo. I'm hoping that they can keep up this run. I mean, it's possible to keep the streak they're going, but keep it up so that they can at least be in contention for a wild card position.
You're right. Ellis, Lyon, and Luukkonen all have a save percentage above 900.
My God. Yeah, that explains a lot. That 13 wins out of 14, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Nick,
Nick?
nothing to add?
I didn't listen to the question. Sorry.
In the East, based off the East standings as they are right now, how much do you expect it to change between now and the end of the season?
I mean, a lot. I mean, if I'm looking at the Eastern Conference, like I see Detroit up there, I see Montreal up there, I see the Islanders up there, and you know, Buffalo was already mentioned. Philadelphia is up there. Like I feel like these teams, is it really a changing of the guard for all of these teams?
All at the
I
same
find
time?
that all at the same time. I feel that hard to believe. I think Toronto's going to come back in. I think Florida is going to start getting healthy again soon. Tkachuk coming back soon, right? The Devils, I have no idea what to think of them, but they do have, if they get rid of the Dougie Hamilton situation and they stop scoring on their own net, maybe they will have a better goal differential. I don't know. But I just feel that this could change very quickly. And the biggest one that I'm worried about or that I'm thinking about, unfortunately, could be the Islanders, could be Detroit. I hope listener Rooks is not listening. But yeah, those two teams worry me a bit.
I think we could have almost half, like three to four of these teams not make it. Like it could be a big number.
Could be.
Because the race is so tight.
But the important thing is, did you know that the first French fries weren't cooked in France? They were cooked in Greece.
That was not bad. It made me listen
It
a little
took me a
bit
while,
further.
but I got it.
Not bad. You see how I put your heritage in
bad.
my jokes, Nick?
Yeah, in Mexico it was what was it? Pata frita? No, what was it in Mexico? Oh, jeez, I just ruined that whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna look it up. Hold on.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our fantasy lens. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, I mean, we're only 9 subscribers away from 200, which is a huge milestone for us. So please don't be afraid. Click that subscribe button. Let us hit that 200 and let us open champagne and have a glass on us. Anything else?
Papas fritas.
Patas
have a-
fritas.
Have a good week. Bang, bang, Niner gang.
Have a good night, peeps.
Mendoza.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.